you're all doing well. Today is February 2nd, so 2/2/22. Yeah, it's, for me at least, it's been very intense in a good way, and also just in a very supportive, transformational way since the Aquarius new moon. And I think I'm already feeling like the build up to the full moon in Leo. But it's just such a potent time to really kind of reflect on where we're going, or where our internal world is, and then how we're seeing that manifest outside of ourselves, right? So I'm guided to do a card reading today, working again with the Starseed Oracle, and also then the Sovereign Vibrations Oracle that's coming out soon. Yeah, let's see what we're meant to connect with today, or messages that could assist us in our journey at this time. Ooh. Beautiful. Talk about reflective space. We get I remember. And just pondering and looking downward into this water. I'm even hearing like our memories of what we remember, where we can restate them or reframe them so that we actually have more of our integrated lessons or just perspectives. I've been feeling a lot of contrast, I would say, in the sense of being triggered, even on the very subtle levels. And I keep getting that Pisces season, like these next few weeks, we're kind of just building into this energy, because Pisces deals with the illusion, the fantasy, the culmination of all of the zodiac signs, in a sense of like really taking stock of where we're at and what we feel. So I think this is a great card because it's all about soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So knowing that maybe we grew up in a certain situation that we feel we're kind of it's hard for us to get out of, that it's just part of who we are and part of who our family is. Everything is malleable. Everything is able to shift, even in the smallest of ways. We can do it every day to help remind ourselves, remember that everything is possible. I remember 76. Here it is. Okay. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card today, it's because you are likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life or the fated life. And even hearing evaluate what those two differences are, our destiny and our fate, like where we distinguish the difference. To trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the beautifully laid out path before you, or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you are confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, there is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. That is a certain sign. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. And the inquiry of this card is, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Beautiful. And I feel like that also connects well with the Aquarius energy we're in. And then I believe Mercury is going direct tomorrow on the 3rd. And even today with this portal energy, it's like we might be in a place where we're not fully allowing our soul's journey to fully come forward. So kind of just take a moment to see where your vulnerability is at with what you're desiring and what you're experiencing, and how to better just witness and visualize and feel into that soul connection. Beautiful. So let's go deeper with the Sovereign Vibrations Oracle. See what comes forward. More messages about I remember, soul's plan, destiny, fate. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. We got this one before. Okay. I always like 3 cards for us. All right. So the first card that flew out was Angelic Oneness. Which I'm hearing is a frequency coming forward to help us connect with our soul, our angelic energy. Even if you don't feel like you contain angelic frequencies or those what you would call angelic, we all are in an aspect connected to everything, right? So maybe this is an invitation to see where more of your angelic frequencies are wanting to come forward. The affirmation is, I see through the eyes of the divine. My heart is in unity with the highest levels of sovereign consciousness. And sovereign consciousness being, again, then the next card we get is Synchronistic Unity. So sovereign energy of seeing both sides of the coin or situation and finding peace within those realities of allowing all to exist. And then for us to choose a path that our soul is really connected to, because our inner being is always in alignment with us, but sometimes our mind and our emotions are swaying back and forth off our center point. So I'm hearing we're ignited to connect with our center, our soul self. And the Synchronistic Unity, all things flow within perfect geometric rhythm. I trust the importance and need for all things. Unity is in my every now moment. And I'm hearing too, that's also when we're open to having more aha moments and epiphanies of like, yes, this trauma happened to me in the past, but how has it made me who I am today, despite the triggers, despite maybe some issues with vulnerability? How has it made me grow into a more compassionate person, or to really see how we evolve through some of the hardest things in our life, right? It's such a blessing in disguise. And the last card that came out is Grounded Reconnection. I wish I could show you guys really in depth the codes that came through here. And the affirmation with this is, I ground all my senses into my physical reality and anchor into peace. And what channeled through with this card specifically is us in the center point and having our grounded awareness of what we experience, how we feel connected to our divinity, or maybe not, right? But grounding our awareness in all aspects to really integrate them and reconnect in this new way that we can ground our divinity. And I'm hearing too, it's sometimes when we try really hard to go in the direction we want, or even I'm hearing to remember what our soul wants us to reconnect with. Sometimes, again, it's the need of surrender that then allows that frequency to come forward, to be available in our experience. Yeah, I'm also getting from these 3 cards that, especially the frequencies coming in today, if we aren't grounded, we may not feel the synchronicity or our angelic team or the guidance that's coming through to help us remember. So any way you can ground today would be very beneficial. And that could be connecting with nature, taking a hot Epsom salt bath, whatever feels right for you. But I'm hearing the sense of taking the conditions and the constructs away from what we grow up with as humans, and kind of sitting with that space of, who would I be if I didn't have these labels and constructs or preconceived notions of how I can be in the world, who my authentic self is. And I'm hearing it's allowing our inner child to come forward and feel safe through this grounded reconnection of it, and allowing us to be kind of, I'm feeling like this swirling energy with both these cards, but then it's almost like allowing everything to detach from ourselves in the sense of witnessing really deeply, so that we can feel what really resonates. So we can hear our soul, our tiny intuition of who we are, even though our intuition's very loud sometimes. But sometimes it's quiet for us to really pay attention. Beautiful. I'm actually guided to get one more card. Any other messages? I'm hearing there's some specific guidance. Ooh, yeah. So we get this card, you are divine. You are divine. Even if you can't feel the truth in that right now, you are meant to be here at this time. You have a reason to express yourself, to live how you feel freely. And I'm hearing with this card, this is part of the 11 cards from the spirit guide messages, and this is the number 8. So I'm hearing seeing the infinite possibilities, and then we're guided back to the synchronicities of who we really are, our divinity, our angelicness, and grounding that in today, grounding that in to remember a whole new state of who we are, or just the old state of who we've always been through our soul essence, but that we are divine, and feeling safe in our bodies to accept our power in a whole new way. And then we're more open to receiving that divine energy, or just synchronistic creation that we are meant to experience, that we're meant to thrive in, right? Okay. So much is still coming in, but I'm hearing it's the main message today of just allowing ourselves, even asking questions of like, what does my soul want to tell me right now? Or what do I need to remember or reconnect with? What do I need right now? And that looks different for all of us in every given moment, right? So extreme compassion and love. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and that message resonated or gave some comfort or confirmation for you guys. I'm definitely feeling some codes coming through, so I'll definitely meditate and then allow what needs to be channeled through today to come through. Yeah, sending you guys all so much peace.